Hi, my name is Maiah Manser. We're here at the El Rey, and we're going to have some fun today. Yeah, I'm not touring yet. I'd love to be. I'm opening tonight, at this very iconic theater. But I am just continuing to release new songs and get them all ready. I have a bunch that are almost ready. I could work on things though for like a million years. It drives me crazy.
Baptize me with your river, holy water, make me quiver.
When I was always really, really obsessed with all of the old musicals when I was a child, so I would watch them on loop. So I would memorize all these songs, and then I would go and get out of like preschool nap time and go sing these songs to other classes. And I was like, oh, this is a magic trick. But then like flash forward, I got my first CD, which was a Celine Dion CD. And so I think seeing her just total diva status and like how she just totally commanded a stage. She commanded your ears too. Like listening to her, I think that really inspired me to take it there. My grandma also would play me like old jazz all the time, and so that was another major influence on my life as well.
You mean just singing it is intense, or just like listening the whole like song is intense, or just
It's intense because I like really want to give that ethereal siren
You're giving
female
You're giving it
rage
Yeah.
vibe.
You're giving
I think that I was always more inspired by the creation process. So creating the music, making sounds, making up sounds, singing my own little made up songs, even from a very young age. And so I didn't feel like musical theater was quite right for me, even though I like always had this really big voice. It felt more right for me also because I am a little bit more shy and introspective. It kind of felt better for me to be in this musical sphere, not the musical theater sphere, but the creation of music sphere.
If you steal my sunshine, if you steal my sunshine, if you steal my sunshine.
I've always loved lyrics, but my lyrics in the beginning were the weirdest. It was the weirdest stuff. I mean, it didn't make any sense. It made no sense. So I think it took me a while to really hone in on things a bit more lyrically. I especially because like I think I got more into it when I was a teenager. So I was listening to like Radiohead and, you know, like I was into like some more off the wall type music, very underground music when I was a teenager. So I was inspired more by that kind of strange, very poetic lyrical content. But now I've really dived into a more honed in space with that. I think that's the crazy thing with artistry and like, and me kind of feeling like we're all artists kind of floating through the world and in many ways. It's kind of like, I'm not sure totally when it came all together because it's always kind of felt like this ongoing journey throughout my whole life of like this major, just inspired by that, okay, inspired by this, okay. So that's really tough. I don't feel like I got it. I don't feel like I understood myself fully until probably like 2016 when it came to the artistry though. Yeah, like what I wanted it to sound like. Yeah. And so then as I started producing more, it's kind of liberating. And now I also perform alone often. Like I trigger everything and I perform alone. And I think that was also really inspiring for me. So I still love to collab, but because I think my collaborators also bring a new energy into my world, like a new artistic idea into my world that I wouldn't have thought of. But I've got my like very cinematic big sound is kind of like always gonna follow me. Yeah, which must come from the musical theater aspect, like the very theatrical big sound.
She's a dreamer, teaser, however you need her. Eyes like a shooting star. She's an angel, sinner, tender love spinner. Light up your cold dark heart. She's a dream.
I was having a little laugh to myself because I was listening to all my new songs and all of them and practicing them, and all of them are so epic. I was like, wow, every single one is like huge. I was like, I need one that's more chill. I need one, at least one that's more chill. They're all like massive. They sound like they would be in like movies, or they're like built for like these big moments. And so yeah, I think for me it's like hearing the songs together as like sort of like you're creating like this big art piece, like this big painting, and it's like what's gonna make this painting cohesive. My dream is to have like a full-on string quartet, maybe a mini little choir, like a full band, like that would be my dream. And someday it will be a reality. I think I had to be realistic and be like, I love these big sounds. So I am, but my budget at the time, especially being independent for so long, my budget was like, oh, you have to make this as simple as possible to perform and as cheap as possible to perform. So ultimately now I trigger things and I use my dance background to like help make the performance feel bigger. I don't think anybody knows when something is going to go viral unless, some people can say that they believe in like that certain people are planted. Okay, sure. But like, you never know when something's going to go viral. There's just no rhyme or reason sometimes. Sometimes you have a feeling like, oh, this is a nice video, and then it does well, But the viral moment for me happened back in August, and so it's just been like a major transformation of my life ever since. Yeah. I mean, thankfully, I had already been performing a lot and for years, and I had already been performing solo for years, and it was my performance, a video of me performing that went viral. So it was like, okay, that's nice. But like it definitely took my first thing was like, I need to get a lawyer because there were just a lot of emails and a lot of messages started coming in like very, very quickly. I mean, completely life-changing, because even right before that moment, I had been independent a really long time, like 12 years. I was like, I was just like, I had reached a point too where I was very at peace with things not working out. I was just so at peace with it. I was like, it's fine. I am making stuff that I really love. That's all that matters. I'll just keep putting that out. And just, if it reaches people, it reaches people. That's cool. And I had never, ever felt that way, ever. So yeah, I felt this freedom and this peace in my soul. And then like 2 weeks later, it goes mega viral, and it's like, oh, here, now you can have, the universe is like, there you go, all yours. Are you sure? You sure you want to just be chill with this? And so, yeah, I think it even sideswept me even more because of that. So, it was a major transformation. I was working as like a private music instructor before. Like, I was teaching kids, and I had to like let that go immediately. It was my own small business. I just had to like literally walk away from it immediately, and I which was kind of painful, but then like really there's all this excitement that I get to experience this whole new life that I've always wanted. And so, yeah, I mean, I talked to like 12 different labels, and I think it was insane. I don't even know. SZA then reposted it, and so then it got more insane. And then, yeah, I was just so shocked. I was so shocked because I didn't think much of that video when I posted. I was like, this is a cool video, you know, and that's all I thought.
I'm always looking for a savior. I'm always looking for the ones to play.
Yeah, I mean, I just released a song like at the end of March, and just released a music video. So I think, yeah, I'm in the building and finishing of things process. That's kind of how I feel right now, and just very excited about new future things and how things are going to manifest. And I'm scoring some film. It's so nice to do film scoring and to score to something that's outside of my music, because I think it helps take my head out of my music a bit, because I get really heady. I get so heady. I get so attached and like kind of obsessive over things. And I think when I do the film scoring, it's like, oh no, like this is just beautiful and cool and a vibe, and it just exists like that. It just helps me to not feel so crazed about my own music. Hi, my name is Maiah Manser, and you've just been buzzed.